Okay, buckle up because we're diving into a world of deadly assassins, ancient magic, epic quests, and seriously questionable decisions in the high fantasy novel Homeland by R.A. Salvatore. Now, before you go thinking this is just another tale of dragons and elves, let me set you straight. This isn't your grandma's fairy tale. We're talking about a story so packed with action, betrayal, and deep moral dilemmas that you won't even realize you've been reading for hours until your phone dies and you're sitting in the dark thinking you've just had an emotional breakdown. Now let's get one thing clear. Homeland isn't about the US Department of Homeland Security trying to catch a rogue goblin trying to illegally cross the border. This is Homeland, in the sense of the word that means the land where you were born. And for our protagonist, Drizzt Do'Urden, that's a place called Menzoberranzan. Don't worry, I'll unpack that. But spoiler alert, it's not the most inviting of hometowns. So let's set the stage. Menzoberranzan is a brutal underground city carved into the depths of the earth. It's ruled by one of the most terrifying and treacherous races in fantasy, the drow. These are dark elves, the kinds of creatures who, if they don't like you, will stab you in the back or in the front just because they can. And the thing is, Menzoberranzan is not just any old underground city. This place is filled with politics so cutthroat they'd make the most ruthless corporate CEOs look like pacifists. But Drizzt, he's different. Picture this. You're born into a society that celebrates backstabbing, treachery, and the whole idea of kill or be killed is taken literally. Drizzt Do'Urden, a young drow, doesn't fit the mold. He's not your average drow warrior. While his kin are plotting murders and seeking power by any means necessary, Drizzt has an annoying habit of having a conscience. This guy just can't stomach the idea of hurting innocent people. I know, crazy, right? Especially in a society that believes all that matters is climbing the social ladder by any means necessary, even if that means literally stepping on the bodies of your loved ones. Homeland shows us exactly what it means to be caught between duty, morality, and survival in an unforgiving world. From the moment Drizzt is introduced, you can feel something is off. Imagine growing up in a place that thrives on war, deception, and cruelty. Every friend you've ever known might turn on you if they think it'll make them richer or more powerful. That's Menzoberranzan for you. But Drizzt, this tall, dark, and brooding figure with white hair, is determined to forge a path that doesn't involve murdering people for power. Yeah, I know. Wild, right? The book opens with Drizzt's coming-of-age tale. He's training to become a warrior under the unforgiving eyes of his brutal and calculating family. This is a place where kids learn to fight and kill just as quickly as they learn to read. We get introduced to the matriarchs of Drizzt's family, particularly his mother, who embodies the venomous, power-hungry nature of the drow. She's cold, calculating, and not afraid to make her children, or anyone else, do whatever it takes to climb the social ladder. The more you read about Drizzt's upbringing, the more you realize this is a man born to survive, not necessarily to thrive in his home. But here's the thing, Drizzt just can't bring himself to embrace the violent ways of his people. Every time he has to kill, every time he's forced to betray someone or follow the orders of his despicable kin, it gnaws at him. We see this young drow warrior grow increasingly disillusioned with his surroundings, and you can't help but feel his pain. He has these moments where he wonders if there's something more to life, something beyond the madness of Menzoberranzan. And this is where the plot gets even juicier. Drizzt, much like any one of us would, begins to question everything around him. He doesn't want to live a life of treachery. He doesn't want to be bound to the same dark, destructive fate that awaits everyone in his family. So after a series of brutal events, some of which would make even the most hardened warriors wince, Drizzt makes the ultimate decision. He's out. He's leaving. But let's not kid ourselves. Leaving Menzoberranzan isn't as easy as packing your bags and hopping on a plane. This isn't a vacation. It's not like Drizzt can just leave, wave goodbye to his family, and go sip margaritas on a beach. No. His departure is one fraught with danger, betrayal, and the kind of tension that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. As Drizzt attempts to flee, he's pursued by everyone who has ever known him, including some of his closest family members. This is no friendly goodbye. It's a hunt, a chase. And let me tell you, the chase is on. As Drizzt makes his way through the wild and unforgiving surface world, he is confronted by a whole new set of challenges. But this world, while brutal, is at least somewhat less dangerous than the backstabbing, poison-drenched corridors of Menzoberranzan. As Drizzt navigates his new life on the surface, he encounters a variety of characters that help shape his journey, like the brave and noble warrior Zaknafein, who becomes a father figure to Drizzt, and the likable dwarf Bruenor Battlehammer. These friendships, these bonds, are what will define Drizzt's destiny. But back to the drama for a second, because the story wouldn't be complete without a healthy dose of high-stakes conflict. The stakes are high, my friends. We're talking about a character trying to break free from his dark heritage. Not to mention the fact that the drow society he's leaving behind has a long-standing tradition of punishing traitors. As Drizzt faces his former kin, who will stop at nothing to bring him back or silence him forever, he realizes that there's no easy way out of the life he's known. What makes Homeland so gripping is Salvatore's ability to build tension and stakes in a way that's not just about physical combat, though there's plenty of that, but about the internal battle Drizzt faces. Every step he takes toward freedom is a battle of its own. Can he escape his past? Will he find a new purpose in the surface world? Or will his dark heritage eventually catch up with him? But it's not just about Drizzt's journey. It's about the world around him, the dangerous, suffocating world of Menzoberranzan, and how it shapes the people who live in it. The drow are not just villains. They're victims of their own society. We learn through Drizzt's story that Menzoberranzan isn't just a city of power-hungry individuals. It's a place that breeds cruelty, vengeance, and despair. The drow in many ways are trapped in their own darkness. And Drizzt, trying to escape that darkness, must fight against everything that's been instilled in him since birth. But hey, this isn't some doom and gloom fest. There's hope too. There's a flicker of light in the bleakest of places. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, Drizzt holds on to the belief that it's possible to be good in a world that constantly challenges you to be bad. He is a beacon of what it means to be honorable, even when everyone around you is trying to pull you into the muck of corruption. As Drizzt's journey unfolds, you're drawn deeper into the world Salvatore has crafted. The stakes get higher, the characters more complex, and the world more dangerous. You're not just reading a fantasy novel, you're experiencing a tale of survival, morality, and the relentless pursuit of freedom in a world that doesn't want you to succeed. And if you're anything like me, you'll be rooting for Drizzt every step of the way, because Homeland isn't just about escaping the darkness. It's about finding the courage to fight for something better. even when the odds are stacked against you. By the end of the book, you'll be asking yourself, is there a way to escape the darkness within us all? And when you finally turn that last page, you'll realize one thing: Drizzt's journey is just beginning. Because if you think this book is intense, wait till you see what comes next. If you've read this book, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss my next review.